Hello guys, ItsHexical here, and I hope you're having a good one. Today we're going to be building this very tiny keyboard, and I've spent around $250 on this keyboard build total, besides the keycaps which were kindly sent out to me by Drop. But before we get into this build, I want to talk about a few things. First of all, I just want to thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. That is absolutely insane, and I never thought I'd even reach that, so I'm super appreciative for all of you that have supported me. In celebration of 1,000 subscribers, I am going to be modding a budget keyboard and giving it away, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and join my Discord, which is in the description below if you don't want to miss out on that. And finally, I just want to say, according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos actually subscribe. So make sure if you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. It's free and you'll be able to say that you're subscribed to one of the coolest keyboard YouTubers. With that all out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the Minivan Kit and what it comes with. The first thing we're going to be talking about is the case, and this is made out of an ABS plastic material. It has a 0-degree typing angle and it's only 10 inches long. I went ahead and got the smoke variant, but there's also a white, black, and clear variant that you can get. The case has a badge on the back, and it also comes with 4 spots to put rubber feet that are included. Now it's time to talk about this tiny boy right here. There's 2 options when you're choosing a PCB with the minivan, and this is the 5-pin hot swap option. It only has 2 slots for stabilizers, has a USB-C connection, and finally it has these 3 LED indicator lights. The difference between this PCB and the other optional one is the other one you have to solder, it has RGB underglow, and it only has 1 fixed layout. And by fixed layout, as you can see here, at the bottom of the PCB, you can tell there are multiple places where you can put switches so you can have different layouts. And the final part to this kit is this black anodized aluminum plate, and this is all put together by a tray mounted system. With the kit overview done, let's go ahead and talk about the other parts that I'm going to be using for this build. In this nice little switch container that I have from Kinetic Labs, which I'll also make sure to link down below, I have KTT Kang whites from Dang Keeps. These are a 3-pin linear switch with a bottom housing that's made out of nylon, a stem with palm, and a top housing made out of polycarbonate. I did go ahead and lube these too. I don't have a tutorial on that and I'm not going to be going over it, but if you want one, make sure to check out my RK61 video, and if you want to hear more about these switches, make sure to check out my review on them. They're both in the top right. For the stabilizers, we're going to be using these Durock V2 stabilizers, and of course I'm going to be lubing them too. You might notice that the housings are different colors, and that's honestly because I didn't want to buy a whole pack just for one stabilizer, and these are the ones that I could find laying around. But I mean, who needs matching stabilizers anyways? It's 2021, it's time to be different. And the final part we have today, and the thing that I think is really going to tie this build together, are these keycaps that I got from Drop. These are Drop's Susu Atari keycaps, and they come in Drop's MT3 profile, and I really like these keycaps, honestly. Not only do they look amazing and they feel amazing, but the quality of them is just superb. As you can see with the close-up here, the keycaps have a slight texture to it and the legends are really crisp. Along with that, if I go ahead and flip this around, you can see that on the other side they're double shot PBT and they're super thick. I just want to give a huge shout out to Drop for sending these out, and I want to say that if you want these keycaps or any other parts, they're all going to be linked in the description below, and make sure to use that to support me. Now that we've gone ahead and talked about everything I'm going to be using in this build, let's go ahead and assemble the keyboard. After lubing the stabilizers, we're going to go ahead and use some magic and install those. Then we're going to go ahead and grab the plate and the switches that I'm going to be using for this keyboard build, and I'm going to take some of the switches and put them into the plate. The main reason for doing this is so that when I install the plate onto the PCB, everything's even and it's not wobbling around. Here you can see me actually taking the plate with the switches installed and putting it on the PCB, and all that you have to do is line up the slots and push down. It's simple as that. After you get everything pushed down and lined up, it's time to install the rest of the switches into the PCB. I went ahead and went through a time lapse in this because I'm sure many of you don't want to see me do this one by one real time, so go ahead and enjoy this little time lapse. I'm going to go ahead and slow down the time lapse before we get into the end, just to point out one of the cool features of this PCB, and that's having multiple layout options, as you can see with the multiple socket holes at the bottom. I went ahead and installed those switches in the layout I wanted, and now we're going to put everything that we just put together into the case. I'm not sure if the tight fit was my fault or if the case is just really small, but yeah. Now it's time to put on the keycaps, and these are the thing that I think is really going to tie the build together. And with some video editing magic, we have it all done. Before we get into the sound test, I just want to say, make sure you watch the whole thing so we can please the algorithm gods, and don't make fun of my typing. This is my first 40% board. Now let's get into the sound test. Overall, I think it sounds pretty good, but it is a little bit hollow, and I might be doing a video in the future about modding this keyboard to make it sound even better. But that'll be it for today's video. As always, if you're looking for these parts or other keyboard parts, make sure to use my affiliate links down in the description below to support me. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.